If you're watching this on the replay, just fast forward because this was completely spontaneous as usual, and this part will be boring, so just fast forward. But I thought I had to do a live on Facebook just now for a to raffle for this blanket. And I just did the live on Facebook and I had everything set up and I thought, why don't I just hop on over to YouTube for a few minutes and say hey to everybody? Hey, Amy, and let everybody know that I was thinking about y'all and just chat for a few minutes. I feel weird. Are these lives weird when y'all like see me looking down at my screen instead of up at the camera right there? That's okay, Caitlin. Thanks for popping in. I'm being impulsive as usual. Sometimes those make for the best lives, though, because you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. I was just already set up and thought I would. Okay, well, good. Um, if I look distracted right now, I was finishing up something on my phone while I gave y'all a few minutes to on here. Um, But so, yes, I just was on Facebook Live, which I never go live on Facebook because I don't know if y'all saw, but I did a raffle of this blanket made, and so I drew the winner live on Facebook, but all this there's a lot of reasons why I did that, but see, I'm not good at being spontaneous. I gotta think about what I say, but I have myself had some really hard days here recently, which I am talking about a little bit in my YouTube video that I am working on that will be uploaded hopefully in a few days. I've done the first part of the video, but I haven't figured out how to end it and, like, tie it all together so that I can edit it and upload it, but, um, I have been down a little bit with my neck and my back. They have been giving me absolute fits, and I guess I'm gonna have to talk to my neurosurgeon about my back. I really don't want to, but my back was so I went to bed really upset the other night because I think when you even though everybody says you always get denied disability, I think it messes with your head a little bit and kinda makes you feel invalidated, I think, and so I guess you know what? This is gonna be a Christy complain session for a minute, which I don't do a lot, but I feel the need to vent a little bit, and you guys are always good at letting me do that without judgment. But I don't like to get on here and rehash just bad things all the time and everything that I went through. I like to be happy and positive and encourage people. But going back to my accident, obviously I had the neck injury and internal decapitation does sound horrific, but it was more than that. What an internal decapitation is when all of the ligaments that hold your head to your spine, they're all severed. So there was nothing holding my head on. And I also fractured my C1. My C1 and C2 were also separated. So it was I mean, there's a lot of little details in there about the severity of just that injury. And then I broke like 6 or 7 ribs. They were on the left side on my back. and then I broke my leg really bad, and y'all know I've had, like, 5 or 6 surgeries just on that leg, and then I broke my back in 3 places. I broke L3, L4, L5, and so that's not like there were way more injuries, but I'm just talking about the bones. So I broke all those bones, and it has been not quite 2 years. I don't like getting on here and complaining, but the amount of pain that I deal with is unreal, and it has been increased the past 4 days. I think it's because I've been trying to be more active. I think I've been driving more and just trying to do normal things and enjoy life the way that you should, and I'm paying for it with pain, and it's got me a little bit down in the dumps, which I don't like to be down in the dumps, but I am. Hey, Mary. I'm being spontaneous again. Um, Thank you, Fairy Godmother. But the pain has got me my mental state down just a little bit, nothing crazy, just a little bit down in the dumps, a little bit frustrated because I want to do more than I'm able to do. So all of that combined, and which I'm talking about, I that's Bailey's been hollering for Doodle. I don't know if you could hear that, but Doodle was Lee's stepdad that passed away, but he's been calling for Doodle for the past 3 or 4 days. But, anyways, that's why I went to bed mad the other night because ever since I got the first time for disability, I have been a little bit it, like, messes with your head a little bit and makes you feel, "Well, maybe I don't deserve it." Like, but then I went to bed because I was really hurting. I've actually got I'm having, I think, some sciatica or SI joint pain, and it's kinda, like, in my butt, but it also goes all the way down to the bottom of my foot, and it's just increased right now. For whatever reason, my whole body is angry, and I'm hurting, and when you're hurting, you get irritable and a little bit depressed, and I was pissed off because when you, like, list out the injuries like that, the amount of bones that I have broken, the amount of damage I have in my neck, like, it's horrific, like, it really is that bad, so why I don't know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, I'm frustrated. Has Bailey been calling for Doodle, or is he letting you know that Doodle is visiting? Uh, he's just I don't think he's calling for him. So when you heard him say it just then, he said it the voice he said it in was my mother-in-law. That was her voice. And so when she would look for Doodle around the house, she would say, "Doodle." And that's so Bailey, he's actually mimicking my mother-in-law when he does that. Aren't you? He took a big old fat poop on me earlier. I was in my nightgown about to get in the shower, and it was just this glob of warm feces that ran down my back. It was oh, it's like when you walk through a spider web. You have chronic pain, were denied disability twice, got approved when you went in front of a judge. Yeah, that's what my so I have a lawyer, and they filed an appeal, and then they told me that I probably won't get approved through this phase either, but then if I get in front of a judge, then that's probably when I'll get approved. If approved. And what's frustrating about it is Did you receive my message? I did not, Kaylin. Where did you message me? I will go look. If you message me on Facebook or Instagram, oh, okay. I'll have to check my spam folder. A lot of times, I get they'll go in the spam folder. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I feel weird right now. And it feels weird to come on here and turn on a camera and talk about how weird and down in the dumps you feel, but I also, like, wanted to document because my injuries are so abnormal that I guess it's worth documenting, and the only way to document it appropriately is to be honest, so that's what I'm doing is just being honest. Yes, it is a lot to take in, and the other thing y'all heard me talk about the fundraiser I just did. I so here's what blows my mind about healthcare in the United States, and I have some YouTube subscribers that are regulars in here. Deidre or Deirdre is one of them. She's in Ireland, but I've got several people in Europe that I talk to. Rachel is another one. But here's what is mind-blowing to me about healthcare in the United States and also what made me wanna do this fundraiser for someone. But if I was a single mother when I had my accident, I cannot fathom where I would be right now because I got hurt. My job before was a paramedic, so it's a very physical job. You have to be able to bend and lift and move and work long hours. And obviously, I had too many injuries and I'm not able to do that. So, I lost my job because I was hurt too much to work. But because I lost my job, I lost my medical insurance that I obviously desperately needed. The only reason that I am okay right now is because of my husband, because I was married to Lee, who had insurance through the fire department, and I was able to get on with him because my health insurance was free and I had good health insurance through my employer. But when you get hurt and you can't work and you lose your medical insurance, what are you supposed to do? Someone please explain that to me. Isn't that where disability and like this pull yourself up by the bootstraps mentality just doesn't work for everybody? There are situations that you cannot get out of by yourself. And I don't know where I would be without Lee. And I think about that all the time. What would my life be like right now had that happen and I was a single mother and I lost my health insurance? I had all these injuries, had all this rehab that I had to do, and just it's terrifying. And this fundraiser I just did, I think that's why I felt compelled to do that because this person is someone in my community that is a single mom. She did not reach out to me. I saw some things and reached out to her, and I have had success in the past doing raffles. It's actually how I got started on YouTube. I made a big mandala that I've talked to y'all about it before. It was for a nurse that took care of me who ended up ghosting me and lying to me, and just she turned out to be a very shitty human being. But I raffled that Mandela off and I think I got like $600 for it, and I was able to get the GoPro and get some equipment to start a YouTube channel. So I wanted to raffle off this blanket because it's what I had on hand, and I was hoping to get about 500 bucks for her, but, uh, I won't go into too many details, but she is a single mom that found herself in a hopeless situation, and I felt bad, and I don't have wads of cash laying around, but that's what made me think about doing a raffle because I had done that to start my YouTube channel, and um we raised on the raffle, I raised $230, I think, on my own for the blanket, but y'all know Lee is amazing, and he saw that it was important to me, and he wanted to be supportive as well, and he matched it. So, we were able to give her f $460, I think, and that's she can get school supplies, she can get some gas, some snacks, and hopefully a few groceries, and I can't do any more than that. I wish I had a magic wand and I could fix all these problems for people. My cat's got the zoomies. She needs to be running up and down those stairs though, because she is a fat hoe. Ow. Let's see, I can't even turn my head around and look at her. But Lee is amazing. I did not ask him to do that. He wanted to do that and spooky. And I even apologized wasn't more. I was hoping for more, but it's not even about the money. I told her that I know what it's like to be alone and isolated and feel forgotten about, and you guys actually have helped me so much just being able to get on here and vent and talk to you guys. Perfect strangers on the internet have been, I feel like, an integral part of my recovery, and thank you for that. You guys are a sounding board for me. You listen, you talk back to me, and I don't have to always put that burden onto my family because it is a burden. Somebody that's constantly talking about their problems can like, you can internalize it and it becomes your problem, and I feel that a lot with people when I see somebody I wanna help, but I can't, but I guess really deep down, I just wanted her to not feel alone. But it got me thinking because you guys bought the keychains that I made. I'm sorry, Amy, it's my Wi-Fi. It's it's the story this why I don't go live more because my Wi-Fi is so bad. I'm really sorry. There's not a thing I can do about it right now. I'm gonna take a second and read some comments. Oh my gosh, Robin, that's terrible. I'm sorry, Amy. Um, I forgot what I was saying. I tend That's why I can't if I, like, have something on my mind, I can't read comments until I finish because I get distracted and I forget what I was saying, but, uh, I was talking about crocheting, and y'all know I'm always gonna be crocheting something, so I thought about maybe making it a thing where I get to crochet whatever I want because I do take commissions sometimes, but, like, you don't make any money crocheting, like, people don't understand the time it takes and really what goes into it. So if you charged like an appropriate price, you would never sell anything. And I personally like to make really big, ornate things as opposed to like hats and things like that. I like intricate wall art or blankets or something, but I mean, you can only have so many blankets in your house, but I just enjoy the process. So I thought about what if I make it a thing where I start trying to raffle off these things and find a way to pick either like a charity, like we did the Trevor project with the keychains, or a person that is picked through some kind of process. I don't know, but I thought it would be a good thing to do, a way to give back a little bit because when I went through my accident, there was a GoFundMe. I think we got $5,000 from that, which helped us stay current on medical debt. And there were so many people gave in other ways too. And I guess I just want to find a way to pay that forward if I can. And so that's all. I'm sorry to hear that, Christine. I'm glad you're not in a bad situation anymore. So, so the YouTube video I'm working on, I'm stuck. I've got the first half done, but I don't know how to wrap it up. And I've been thinking on it a couple days, and I'm drawing blanks. So as soon as I figure out how to wrap that up and film it and edit it, I will have it uploaded for you, but I don't even really know why I came on here tonight. I had everything already set up from doing that Facebook raffle and ugh, I guess I just needed to vent a little bit. I'm frustrated and I don't want to burden anybody really with it. I guess I just needed to say that I'm in pain, I'm struggling, I'm frustrated, and I think I need to acknowledge it, get it off my chest, and then I can keep it moving. That seems to be my process is if I finally just break down and talk about it to somebody, I can kinda move past it and keep on moving, but if I just keep it in, it'll fester and fester and fester, then I'll get in this depression, and I don't have a reason to be depressed right now. Lee is retired from one job. We've got a new camper. My kids are doing well, and life is great for the most part. I can truly say that I am happy. I love being here. I love talking to you guys. I love creating videos. I'm truly very happy. I'm just struggling a little bit with a lot of pain and trying to figure out how to balance that. I don't know. I even have a handicap tag for my car. I don't use it very much. I try to only use it if I'm really having a bad day because I have found Lee and I went to Target the other night and I was struggling. I have found since my accident there's no slowdown with me. Like I'm good until I'm not. You know how when you start getting like you'll have this period where you start to get tired and you wind down and then you're done. I don't have that. I'm like good and then I'm just not. And we were in Target the other night and I ran out of gas and it's frustrating. now that he's retired, I'm wanting to do more and be more active and participate more, and I'm not able to as much as I would like, and it's frustrating me a little bit. So, not to complain too much. Hey, Karen, not to complain too much because I have so much that I am grateful for. Um, but that's the honest truth. I don't I really don't like getting on here complaining, but I really do try to be transparent and honest, if for no other reason, documentation purposes. I have not gone back and watched any of my old YouTube videos. I'm scared to, but I remember when I started doing like weekly videos, I wanted there to be a documentation. So I know that it's there, but I'm too scared to the secondhand embarrassment is too much. I can't go back and watch my own videos, but I would imagine if I did, it might make me feel better to see the progression. Um, and that's another thing talking about the pain medicine. Of course, when you're filing for disability, they want to know all the medicine you take and they want to know if I, because in my mind, the biggest reason I feel like I should get disability is all those injuries I have. The pain is like it's real, but pain is also one of those things that is subjective and nobody can feel anybody else's pain, and what might be a 4 out of 10 for me might be a 1 out of 10 for somebody else. You can't, nobody can really feel what you feel, but I don't know. I don't know how to make a I don't know. Oh, that's awesome, Robin. That's awesome. No, they don't, Dana. And again, I don't like coming on here to complain. I guess I just needed to for a few minutes to say it, let it go, and move on. But I got super emotional last night. For some reason, I pulled up my sister's Facebook page and I did a search for my name and I saw all the posts that she shared and the pictures and stuff from the time I was in the hospital, and I got super emotional about that. So, between that and, like, a little bit of just being down in the dumps because of pain has kinda got me very, what's the word? Not weepy, but a little bit, just a little bit off. Thank you, Kaylin. Um, and I literally got off that Facebook Live and thought, "I need to go get something to eat." But I kinda wanna hop on YouTube because every time I click go live on here, you guys, like, show up, and that's amazing to me. That blows my mind that y'all actually wanna come sit here and talk to me. But it's just Bailey though, right? Oh, and that's the other thing, not Bailey, but this Jason Aldean hoopla has y'all, here we go. This is Christy off the cuff. Hold on. Every time I open my mouth on YouTube about like a hot topic, I lose subscribers every time. And sure enough, I posted that video on my opinion of the Jason Aldean song, lost more subscribers, and I really thought when I did that video, I really tried to talk about it in an objective, non-confrontational way to minimize, like, the intent was not to piss people off. The intent was just to offer a different perspective, but people, like, cannot have like, I don't understand why people can't just have these conversations and be adults about it. Like, we don't have to agree, but at the end of the day, I find that when you talk to somebody in person, not over the internet, but in person, one on one, you usually have more in common than you think you do. But social media just, I don't know. People will say things behind the keyboard that they will never say to your face, and I don't get it. But anyways, this whole Jason Aldean hoopla, for some it pissed me off. It irritated me. I have never liked him before this song. I was not a fan, and I don't listen to country music, but there is a song, "Burning It Down," that is in my playlist. It's a Jason Aldean song. I love that song. I have not, um I have not done a deep dive on the lyrics or anything, but I don't think there's anything crazy in that song. But anyways, when I started seeing people breaking down the video he did, I was like, "Oh, yeah, that I see that. That's problematic." Here's my issues. One thing I did not say on that video, if his video truly wanted to show people at their worst, why is there no footage in there from the January 6th insurrection? Can someone answer that for me, please? That video was, in my opinion, propaganda. It was made to rile a certain base up, and it worked. If it was sincere and objective, there would be footage from the insurrection in there. There were cops that were killed during that. There were several that committed suicide later. They weren't backing the blue in that. They were doing everything, but I'm going to pull it back in before I piss off a bunch more people, but I would just wish someone would explain that to me. But anyways, thank you for listening to me complain and listening to me rant a little bit. And I've got to figure out how to wrap up this YouTube video I'm working on. And then I will post it. And my low battery thing just popped up. My computer is about to die. So I will shut my mouth and go find some dinner. And Kaylin, I will check my spam messages here in a little bit and look at your message. I'm sorry I did not see it before. Sometimes I'm not good about checking my spam folder. But anyways, love y'all. Have a good start to your week, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.